We are live. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We're going to give everybody a few minutes to join in here. Tonight, it's me and my partner in crime, Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
How are we doing tonight?
How is Florida living?
Hot.
Come on now, you can't be a complainer.
I'm not. I'm actually not complaining. I mean, I overcooked my grits today. I'm a little burnt today. I stayed a little longer than I like to, but
Yeah,
uh,
with no pool visit. You got to have a pool visit in between. That's
yeah, I really just in this time of year, you kind of either need to be at the parks in the evening or you need to be at the parks in the morning. And we were there until probably 1 o'clock and or 2 o'clock, and I was pretty I was pretty fried.
It's especially tough to just do it from like all day because you were there from the morning all the way through. Like, even if you have like a good sit down lunch somewhere where you can get out the sun and just kind of cool off in the middle of the day, that makes it a little bit easier. What's up, Kathy and Adi? How are you? Adi, I did see you called, man. I was at work still, but I'll be in touch soon. Um, while we're giving everybody a minute to join, we're going to go ahead and share the show. If you could, please share the show as well. What's up, Chris? How are you? Brandon Humble, what's happening, my brother? Bradley Crawford, how are you? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Come on in, get settled. We're going to get started here in just a second. Lisa is freshly back from a media event for the Disney Nerds podcast that covered Food and Wine Festival as well as the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So we'll get into kind of both of those.
It certainly was an exciting Friday for me.
That was a big deal, huh?
It was exhausting. I mean, I met a lot of great people. There was a lot. It was a lot of fun, but I was, I didn't roll into bed until 1:30. We rolled in at 1:30 in the morning. I was one tired puppy.
That's crazy. Brandon Adi says hello. We're going to get started here in just a second. Let's just get the show shared out. If you guys could do the same and go ahead and share the show while we're getting started here.
So I did. Ooh, hey, how about that?
Hey, Scott, how's it going?
How we doing, Scott?
Thanks for joining. Come on in. I think I've shared everywhere I need to share.
As have I.
So we'll get started. What's up, Mitch Polisi? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Dan. I think you hit the nail on the head there. And I haven't done the Walt Disney World one yet, but I will tell you, I went out to Disneyland in June. It was phenomenal.
I'm looking forward to going. I'll be down in Walt Disney World in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Scott says, welcome to Florida. Hey, Megan, how are you? Hey, Victoria, thanks for joining. Come on in.
Hey, Melissa.
Melissa, your stuff is in the mail today. It'll go out tomorrow. I'll put it in the mail tonight after the mail had passed. But your koozie and your button and all that. Hello, Crappie Camper. Watching over on the YouTube channel. One thing I noticed just after last week's show is that we've been broadcasting to YouTube every week, but it's been going to the wrong place. So I think I have that fixed now. Hello, Christy. Thanks for joining.
Victoria, where are you heading?
You're going to do fine, Victoria.
And congratulations.
Hey, Bill, what's going on, buddy?
Bill, what's going on?
Bill
Mr.
sent me a
Hiller.
picture. Bill, did you buy the limoncello scented candle that you sent me the picture of? That stuff. I thought it was great. I didn't ask if you bought it. Oh, that's Maria. Hey, Maria.
Fantastic, Maria.
Hey, Chris Hiller. Kimberly, how's it going?
Hey, Kim. Thank you for sharing, Bill.
Bill, thanks for sharing. Maria, I sent you an email because you had asked me about some koozies. I don't mind sending them to you, but if you're gonna be there, I'll be there. I mean, I'll be down in Walt Disney World in 2 weeks. We have that meetup on the 4th. So if you're gonna be at the meetup on the 4th, I'm gonna have some with me, and I'll just bring you a couple. Victoria said Manchester Community College for special education.
That's fantastic, Victoria.
You're gonna be fine.
Yep. Enjoy your experience, and I know you're gonna do great.
What's up?
Hey,
What's up, Anthony? How are you, buddy? Sandra, thanks for joining. Bill said he did not. He thought he thought he should just send me a pic. You should have bought it, man. It's gonna smell like lemon pledge.
Or you could buy Lemon Pledge, which actually does twice the work because then you can polish your furniture and it'll smell like limoncello.
Oh God, I don't think it tastes like lemon pledge. I will say
I've not tasted Lemon Pledge, so I can't help you out there.
Well, I think he means, and if I had to guess, and I don't want to put words in Bill's mouth, but I think he means like it probably tastes like lemon pledge smells.
Yeah, probably.
I'm hoping Bill has not tried lemon pledge and he's speaking from experience. I will tell you, I think the one you get in Epcot, the bottled limoncello, is not as tasty. It does have a more artificial flavor than when you make it homemade. Maria made some homemade and gave me a bottle that I took home, and then I'm like, I have to make this because it is really fantastic. I'm about to make another batch, and then I also want right now. My dad gave me a bunch of lemons, so I'm like, what do you do when life gives you lemons? You make limoncello.
You make limoncello.
So I'm gonna do that, but I also want to make some. I talked to Ed. Told me once he made grapefruit cello, so I want to try that because I bet it's good.
Hey, Jason, and you've lost me at grapefruit cello.
I bet it's good. I love grapefruit.
I don't know. You may have lost me there.
Hopefully you could. Hopefully you're gonna meet us for the meetup. Yes, Adi and Kathy got a jar of limoncello. My homemade limoncello brew. So tell us about the event, Lisa. Tell us about what to look forward to. What can we look forward to for Food and Wine?
Good
point. Not or orange cello.
Orange cello. That I'd be interested in. So I really think the biggest thing is there's a couple of new places to stop this year. One of them being the Alps. So that's going to be located over by, I just took a picture of it this morning. It's going to be located over by Norway. And it's going to have the cheese on the wheel, that the spread. So they melt the cheese and then they shave it off onto your plate. There are several different options there. They're going to have they're going to have a wine offering there that's supposed to be really good. This year they are going all out on cheeses, which I think is really interesting. I don't recall seeing that in the past. Flavors of Fire, Jason, I think is probably what you're looking at. Jimmy, when is the meetup? Is it still planned for November? Yes, it is.
8th and 9th.
So you do have that as well. Yeah, lots of cheese. That's from what I'm gathering right now. Lots of cheese. That's really what everybody's looking for. There are some new flights. They have a new location. They're utilizing the theater where O Canada was, and they are making that the apple orchard. I just saw a sign for that today as well. So they are making it's all flights. There's beer flights, there's cider flights, multiple cider flights, so and multiple wine flights there. A lot of them apple themed. So there is certainly something cool. Back to the Alps, they have a Swiss inspired rosé that you can also get frozen.
Frosé?
Froze, yes, over at the Swiss Alps. So certainly something really cool to look at.
So that sounds like that'd be right up. That'd be right up Kim's alley, a Froze.
Yes, my wife as well.
Victoria, I am still here. I was having set difficulties. That guy in the background kept flipping us off. So I had to fix my set a little bit.
There's I mean, I'm looking at, they've got a few more vegan offerings if you have a vegan palate. They did show us a couple of things that were definitely good. They have 3 brand new desserts. They have a thing at Active Eats, which is like a fruit and nut tart, which is, almonds and blueberries and chocolate drizzle and chocolate chips. And then they have a pavlova over in Australia it tasted amazing. And then at the Alps, another tart, like a lemon blueberry tart with creme fraiche on it. It was so good. The thing that Jimmy and I were talking about that I thought was fascinating just before we got started was the Shorts Brewery is brewing a special beer for the festival. Now you're going to ask me what it is. It's based on a Moscow Mule. So it's like a ginger beer. But you can't buy it anywhere else.
Bill said Froze, let it go. Not Froze and Bill. Froze all day. What's up, David Brooks? How are you, buddy? Thanks for joining.
A couple of things just from a merchandise perspective. All about Mini this year.
I heard that.
All about Mini, all about sparkles, cupcakes, pink. It is very, very Mini-esque this year.
If you listen to the last episode of the Disney Nerds podcast audio version, it's a lot of Lisa's interviews while she was there with the people from Disney parks and going over all the stuff. I like the mini stuff. I like that they change that merchandise out every year. To me, that's pretty awesome.
Right, something special for everybody.
Rudy says, lemon pledge.
How are we doing today, Sophie?
Rudy doesn't like good food or good drink, so he gets no say-so in the matter. Hey, Sophie, how are you?
Oh, Mr. Kovacs is here.
Hey, what's up, Mark Kovacs? How you doing, buddy?
Froze horn.
David Brooks, I've seen it twice. I haven't seen it 3 times yet. I'm kind of reluctant to buy Endgame because I'm wondering if it's just gonna. I'm wondering if it's gonna be on Disney Plus when it comes out in November. So I'm reluctant to buy any Disney movies.
So how we doing, Christine? And yeah,
Hey,
add a knife, fork, and spoon holster with your wooden reusable
bamboo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bamboo reusable knife, spoon, and fork.
I heard that, and they're hoping people will pick that up and not use as much of the plastic. Where, yeah. So that's Rudy says girly drinks are life. He loves girly drinks. That's like all he drinks is girly drinks. Thanks, Mark Kovacs. We love you too.
So they're splitting up the festival this year, which I think is kind of interesting. So it works out for, say, somebody like a Jimmy who is coming at the beginning of the festival and then coming at the end of the festival. They've split it up. So they have things that are starting that are happening starting next week. And then not until October 1st do we start seeing additional things. And one of the things we got a sneak peek of was the donut box.
Oh, I saw that. We have a picture of that on the Disney Nerds podcast Facebook page. I'm pretty sure Morgan posted a pic. When you shared it with us, I'm pretty sure Morgan threw it right up on the Disney Nerds podcast Facebook page.
So the donut box is going to have many sweet treats, obviously focused around donuts. But the thing that we were able to try was called a black and white with the topped with a donut, and
Yeah,
it
that
was,
retarded.
oh my god! So it's like this little, it's like a mini carafe, and the drink is called a black and white. So it is black coffee with white chocolate liqueur and Jim Beam,
Oh my god.
topped with an espresso donut. So literally, they tell you to take a sip out of the straw and then eat your way around the outside of the cup with the espresso donut.
And I heard, because I was listening to the podcast on my way home today, all the donuts are made in house.
All the donuts are made in house.
So their bakery department makes all the donuts.
And there's a kids version of it that has the
Donut holes. That's amazing.
With a non-alcoholic version of that beverage.
Earlier I mentioned, and this is a little off topic, and we'll get right back to Food and Wine, but I got to say this before I think first of all, I will be there. Oddly enough, the first weekend of Food and Wine, and the last weekend of Food and Wine. Just ironic, just not because I planned it that way, but that's just the way it's happening. Interesting thing, because somebody was talking about watching Endgame, and I was talking about Disney Plus. Disney Plus came out with a lot of announcements. One is they're going to offer a deal up front to D23 members. If you're a D23 member, you can buy a 3-year package for like a discounted price, like almost 40% off, as well as they're going to do that at the D23 convention. Another interesting thing that they came up with is that they announced a lot of the services they're going to be available on, and the Amazon Fire Stick is not one of them.
Wait, what?
So far, Disney Plus will not be at launch right now. It'll be on the Google Chromecast. It'll be on the Roku. It'll be on Apple TV. So far, it will not be on the Fire Stick. Now, does that mean it won't be? I don't know. We have to November 12th for Disney and Amazon to get their heads together. For a long time, Amazon and Google were button heads, so you couldn't get like the YouTube app on a Fire Stick, but they've reconciled that, and now you can get it. So I don't think – I mean, I think Disney's going to do what they need to do to get it onto the Fire Stick, but worst case scenario, I'm just going to buy a Roku player. They're about the same.
So I talked a little bit about how cheese was the big thing this year. In Flavors from Fire, they have the smoked corned beef with a beer cheese fondue. So this is another scrape off cheese. And as if that wasn't good enough, because I believe they had that last year, they've added cheese curds to it this year. So it's just more cheese on top of cheese.
I like cheese, I like beer, and I like fondue. So
I see how that works.
So I imagine I'll have to try that at some point. Yeah, Christine, it looks that donut. I swear, don't go now because we don't want you to leave the live stream. But once the live stream's over, go to the Disney Nerds Podcast Facebook page and go scroll down and find the picture of that black and white thing with the big donut around it. It's incredible.
So we had so this event was really cool. I mean, a couple of really cool things that happened were they did this announcement. So we got the opportunity to walk around, talk to people about entertainment, the to the Beat concerts. We got to talk to people about merchandising. We got to talk to people about the overview. We got to talk to people about couture. There was all kinds of things going on. And then you sat down for this presentation, which I did live stream, and it is in the blog post that I just wrote. And we got a live performance from Grace Kelly, which was really cool. She is performing on September 7th and 8th for the Food and Wine. She's a saxophonist and lyricist, as well as she just won the John Lennon Award for songwriting.
That's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, so that was really cool. But then I was able to. So they also announced that at the end. Towards the end of the festival, I think November 12th and 13th, I'm not certain, that Joey Fatone and friends are coming to perform. And then Joey Fatone came out, which was really cool. And that was a great opportunity. I did happen to meet him, but my phone was charging at the table, so I didn't get pictures, and I didn't interview him. That was a long line in order to interview him, but I did meet Joey Fatone, and he's a really, really, really nice guy.
He comes off as a nice guy, and not Chris. D'Amato, our cast member friend who's a PhotoPass photographer. Sorry. That was like her first, like she's been a PhotoPass photographer for quite a while.
Yes.
And she posted not too long ago that and it was right before you went. So she had posted that she finally got to take a picture of a celebrity, and it was him and his family, but she didn't know who he was. And she's like the wife or somebody else made a comment. It's like, not every day you get to take a picture of Joey Fatone. She's like, oh,
right.
That is. So I would have known who he was.
I would have known who he was as well.
And I would have known who he was. If I seen him, I would know who he,
So, circling back to the black and white and what ties this into it, I just wanted to talk a little quickly about that, because once we were done with this event, we were then all shuttled onto buses backstage at Epcot and driven all the way around the backside of World Showcase, and then out and over to the very first Halloween party for that night. And I was standing in line, so they had us on the east lawn in front of the castle, where we got to talk to several people about different, offerings, whether it's entertainment. I got to talk to the director of the fireworks show. I got to talk to the director of the parade and stage shows. I got to talk to Stephen Miller, who manages the merchandising there. But while we were all standing in line, everybody was talking about that black and white and the espresso donut. It was I hope they were able to keep those in stock long enough for everybody to enjoy. That's how much we were talking about them. They were just so incredibly popular.
Morgan said Joey Fatone came out when Boyz II Men performed at Food and Wine a couple years ago, as if I wasn't fangirling enough. He seems like a really likable guy. I mean, I saw some of the videos. Some of the people talked to him. I saw Panda talk to him. Well, yeah. I don't even think Panda had an interview with him, but
he didn't.
Joey Fatone recorded a video and sent it to Panda.
Yes.
Which was, I mean, that's crazy, but he's Panda. People love him. Did you get to hang out with Panda?
I did get to hang out with Panda. I was gonna, Panda found a different spot to live stream or to record his, the Halloween fireworks from, but where he was standing was literally, it was like in a sardine can. I was lucky enough the media section, a lot of those media people went out over to a different location. So I stayed in the media location and tried to find a good spot.
Yeah.
And that spot that I had, I didn't have to touch the camera. I would have had to hold up my camera, given the amount of people that were there.
Condensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to just be leaning up against the fence. It had been a long day. To lean up against the fence and let the camera do its own work there was a luxury. I did miss things because I wasn't center stage and I was a little bit farther back. And Angela got great pictures because she was up and to the right of Jack Skellington in front of the castle, a huge Jack Skellington puppet that's managed by two people in front of the castle.
Christine Raymond wants to know, how was Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? Any must-dos for a first-timer? And I'm going to ask everybody watching to chime in the comments, too, on things you would recommend somebody do at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
If I were telling somebody that was going to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party what they should do, I would tell you to avoid attractions except for the following 4 attractions. I think it's important to do Haunted Mansion on a party night, even though everybody else wants to do Haunted Mansion. I just think and Angela got onto Haunted Mansion literally at 11:58. So she got in just before they shut the doors on it. You should do the teacups if you can manage them. And then you should do Pirates because they have an overlay of live pirates on that particular attraction. And then my number one favorite for the party is for certain Space Mountain, which is done with a different soundtrack and in total and 100% black. Complete pitch black.
Pirates the same as it was last year? Because I saw a picture and it looked like it was different.
They added an extra pirate or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it was still, what was the guy's name?
Peg leg.
Peg Leg Pete or something like that.
So the parade is fantastic. The fireworks are great. They've made the fireworks like Happily Ever After, where you really want to be in front of the castle in order to watch them.
A lot of projections.
A lot of projections. Hey, Gail.
Hi, Gail.
So, those are the 4 attractions I tell you to do. I would tell you to do the stage show, the Hocus Pocus stage show. I would tell you to do
second parade.
A second parade for certain. As a matter of fact, what I would tell you to do is when you go to the fireworks, when you get to the fireworks, which typically go off at 9:30, maybe no, 10:15. The fireworks go off at 10:15. Where you are at the fireworks is where you stay.
And if you're right in front of the castle, which would be the best view, don't they do the Hocus Pocus stage show in between, right?
Yep. The Hocus Pocus stage show goes on. So at 10:15, and then at like 10:45, the Hocus Pocus stage show goes on, and then the parade comes at 11:15. You should plan on being there for the duration.
Brandon, yes, that's an amazing deal, actually. $2.99 a ticket for all of the Halloween parties except for Halloween night. It's pretty amazing. I know as soon as I saw that, I messaged April and Bobby, who's our personal shoppers who get a lot of orders and stuff like that for Halloween merchandise, and she's like, I'm already ordering it. So she had already heard about it.
I did not, and I probably won't. First of all, I'm going to the party on the 2nd. It's okay, John. I'm going to the party on the 2nd. And then I don't know whether or not I'm going to catch, maybe I'll catch one more party. Even then, that's 2 parties because I didn't pay for a ticket for this past one.
Yeah, and so you're only buying 1 ticket, but I mean, I think you probably need to buy 4 tickets for it to break even.
Yeah, and for some people that would make sense, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
For my family, it probably doesn't.
Well, and it's probably
if they do that for the Christmas party, completely different story.
Well, it probably depends on your setup too, right? Like years from now, if it was just you and Angela, you would probably more likely to buy it for 2 people instead of 5 people because it's still ridiculously at $300 a piece. That's a lot of money for 5 people.
Yeah, I've got 3 kids.
Yeah, so
the Christmas party will be different. The Christmas party, we will invest in the Christmas party for certain.
Scott, for the after hours party, it was Captain Barbosa. For the Halloween party, it is not Captain Barbosa.
Right.
For the after hours, for the villains after hours party, it was Captain Barbosa walking back and forth across the top talking to you. For the Halloween party, it's not. His name is Peg Leg Pete or something like that. Peg Leg.
She is there tonight shopping. If I go on the 17th of September, Christine, I likely will not be at the party that night, but you can message me. I am happy to swing by and meet up with you.
John Ulinsky was supposed to join us tonight. He's from Intercot.com. I did shoot him the link. His flight got canceled finally. So he's stuck. He's going to the hotel room. Oh. So I shot him the link. If maybe he'll join later. If not, I completely understand. And John will have you on a different time. Come talk to us because he was there with you for these media events too. So I thought it'd be great to have him on while we're talking about it. But he's been at the airport getting delayed and finally canceled all night. So it just wasn't in the cards for tonight. So no big deal, John. We'll reschedule and have you on another night. Yeah, she's definitely there tonight shopping, and she went to the first one. So she's already made 2.
Yeah, she will make her money back for certain.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Yeah, I actually have a client there right now who bought some of those tickets. It's a pretty good deal. And actually, he messaged me today because he only bought like I think 2-day tickets. He's just going for a few days. He was actually on last week's live stream and messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm bringing my boys down. I need help with a hotel." And he was going like this week, so he only gave me like a week's notice, which I couldn't even find him a reasonable room on Disney property. But I set him up at the Wyndham Garden Inn in Disney Springs, which he said is great. And then we did the after 12 tickets, and he was at Epcot today, and they actually let him in at 11:30. So I don't know if I wouldn't expect that, but sometimes Disney magic happens.
Nice. Perfect.
I'll be doing that. We are going all out with costumes. We'll be there from the 16th through the 22nd of September. Just remember, Christine, I'm a fan of costumes. Just remember, even though at that time in September, it's still going to be hot. So just wear costumes. When you do your costumes, make sure you keep in mind that it's going to be hot out. Even at night, it's going to be muggy and hot.
It will be. Because I went to the event on Friday night and my kids were, had just gotten out of school, finished up their first week of school, and Angela started work a couple of days after that. I got them tickets to the party, and they went around. They didn't get dressed up. They just went and enjoyed the party and had a blast. I wish I had gotten a picture. Somebody dressed up as the best costume I saw was somebody dressed up as a touch point, as a magic band touch point.
Multiple. The head was like
multiple. It was like a wrapped around their waist.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It was awesome.
Scott said he's going to be in Disney Springs and Halloween Horror Nights on the 20th of September. Yes, Christine. Halloween parties have already started. They're starting in August. August 17th was the first one.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. Fair enough.
I love dressing up. Last year was the first time I'd done a Halloween party in a long time, and me and my son went and with Charlotte and Morgan, and we all did Peter Pan theme. I was a pirate, and my son was Peter Pan, and Charlotte was Tinkerbell, and Morgan was Wendy, and it was a lot of fun. We got a lot of comments about our costumes.
How many days until your trip, Jimmy?
14? No. 11. Tomorrow will be 10. Thursday I'll be in single digits. I looked at it today.
Will you really? You really will?
Yeah, it's not this Saturday, but next Saturday I'm flying in.
Okay.
I got home from work yesterday and I'm like, all right, I don't have to work one more Monday before vacation.
Made me remind me that I had to do something.
Yeah, we ran into Maria last year. We ran into Maria and her husband. They were going to a dinner reservation at Skipper Canteen, I think, which is one of my favorite restaurants in Magic Kingdom.
You know what's fun? What's funny? And right now there's a Halloween party going on, and of course, my good friend. Today I had the luxury of going over to Epcot and meeting up with Edwin, who of course harassed us relentlessly last week. He is now down here for a week, and they're doing the Halloween party tonight. And I've lost my train of thought. What was he doing? You and I just talked about this.
Who? What?
Edwin?
Was talking about Mission Space?
No.
Taking pictures.
I lost my train of thought.
Taking pictures with toys. Being an idiot.
Yeah, that's probably factual. He didn't get into Galaxy's Edge. Not that anybody needs to know that. He did try.
Did he lurk?
Huh?
Did he lurk?
Yeah.
Just like lurked around the entrance waiting for
Yeah,
someone to invite him in?
A little bit. He left Hollywood Studios yesterday and went back to the room and I guess said to his wife, I think I'm gonna go back to Hollywood Studios and walk up and say, I'm just one person. I can't possibly break the bank. Can't you just let me in? But he fell asleep.
Oh God.
That's what he was talking to me about. So he has that secret Landry's card that magical Landry's card. They were talking about how they went to T-Rex and walked up at like 6:30, and the person in front of them, oh, there he is. The person in front of them said, do you have a reservation? Oh no, I don't have a reservation. So oh, well, come back at it. We're going to put your name in. It's like an hour and a half wait. And then they walked away. And next up was him with his card. And he ended up showing the card and getting right in.
Probably got in from the people in front of the people that were ahead of him.
Right.
Because you'll be the next table sat if you have a Landry's card.
That's correct.
John.
Yo.
What's up,
people?
What's happening?
We're stuck right now.
Let's see. Is it a lovely hotel room here? And complete with my travel bag sitting out. I am in Charlotte, beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. Kind of half.
That storms.
DC had ground stops for about 3 to 4 hours. So that means essentially, yeah, if you're going through Charlotte, which Charlotte's a major hub on the East Coast, for those who don't know, going from Hilton Head to bouncing through Charlotte and up to DCA, and which is Washington Reagan National. Yeah, it was a crazy night. Essentially, I think they canceled most of the flights. I mean, I was supposed to get there with plenty of time. We had this worked out. Jimmy and I had this all worked out. Everything was going to be great. I was going to be to the hotel
over a period of time. It's like, I think I can still make it. You know what? I don't know.
It's not looking good. Yeah, no, I'm not making it. So now I'm in a hotel. And a new flight booked for tomorrow morning. So crazy.
Tomorrow's another day.
It is. It's always another day.
So for our viewers, this is John Ulenski. He's from intercot.com. Most of you guys have probably seen him in the chat. He pops in the chats from here to there. Wrong side.
Look, what are you trying to show us?
I got like all kinds of branding on tonight. Sorry. I'm disappointed Jimmy's not wearing his original Intercot t-shirt and hat.
I have it because I was expecting you.
See? Here it comes. Yes, the classic tee.
Yeah. So.
The 1997 classic tee.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, and I brought this up, I am that was my original place to go get my Disney fandom was intercot.com. I'm still a member there, and I go chat every now and then as much as I can.
And we thank you for it.
It's a great site. Got a great group of people there, actually.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, that's a nice thing about being online for 22 years. It's that you make a lot of friendships, and you'd be surprised. A lot of the folks have stuck together through that time and are still friendly with each other. And so even when we have events and things like that, where we have get-togethers, like a lot of the original folks still go and are still involved with the site. So it's a cool thing being a community like that. It's actually one of the cooler things about the internet, I think. But yeah, you know that. So
makes the world a little bit smaller.
Hey, Terry Kelly, how are you?
It's true.
Terry is a cast member, a friend of ours.
Nice.
And Mary says she is a newbie here, but she saw me and Lisa on the Behind the Ears podcast. Hey, Mary, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming in.
Some more cross-pollination.
Yeah, some more of our good friends over there Behind the Ears podcast. Let me see if I can get this a better setup here.
So we had the ability to God, I just got very big on the screen.
Yeah, there you go.
Holy cow. We were just talking a little bit about the event that we went to. So John and I spent a lot of time together last
Yes,
week.
we did.
So lucky him is what I would say.
I mean,
But would
yeah,
But would
sure.
he do that? That's the question.
Probably not.
No, I'd say that. I really enjoyed hanging out with Lisa at the event, and she's good people.
So what they say about me off the air is completely different. One of the things that I was talking about, and I can't, is the black and white with the espresso donut was like all the rave.
Yeah, I think so. I'll do a little plug just because we do a little segment on Intercut, or at least we've done it for like the last couple of years now, and there's about 3 or 4 of them. So I say even segment. It's hard to even say that. I'm going to do more of them in the future. Called John Tries, and what I do is I try something new. I think at first it was in Norway, the Viking coffee and the what's the sweetbread or whatever, or what is it called, or the school bread, not sweet bread. That's a whole different thing. The school bread, and then we don't want it. We don't want that sweet bread. Yeah, and then during one of the, I think, Flower and Garden Press events or something like that, they had like a chocolate terrarium, which I also tried, which was really unusual. So, for this was the 3rd installment, 3rd or 4th of John Tries. And I tried the coffee donut, which is essentially that it's a, I guess sort of like an espresso kind of coffee donut around, I think it was like not frozen, iced espresso with a coffee shot or something, or coffee liqueur or Bailey's or something in there.
Black coffee with a white chocolate liqueur and
she's reading from it was Jim Beam.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. See, I didn't read the card.
I had to carry him out. You didn't understand why I had to carry. Like literally, I was carrying him out.
Yeah, after 7 or 8 drinks, you don't even taste that Jim Beam in there.
No, you absolutely don't. But I think to Lisa's, her comments there, it was so good. I mean, I'd eat a ton of them. Although we go to these events and they just they have so much food and so much stuff to try, and that, I almost try not to eat before going to them, and then we do this and we go to them and you eat, and then afterwards you end up eating or drinking, and it's just, you feel like you've gained 10 pounds in a day.
Oh,
yeah, you really do. I mean, we went from Epcot and then to the Magic Kingdom, and they have more stuff for us to try because they gave us a $25 gift card too to try out some of this stuff. So
Mary had a question for Lisa, but actually both of you were there, so I'll get both of your opinions. And the question posed was, Lisa, I think you were mentioning Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party on Friday, and your thoughts on the new fireworks. And I know both of you were there, so we'll get both of your opinions.
I thought that they were fantastic. So the projections on the castle were really good, but it has a storyline now, which is not something that they've had before, I would say. And a storyteller in Jack Skellington, which from my vantage point, which was 2 feet to the right of John's vantage point, I couldn't see Jack Skellington, but Angela and the kids, my wife and the kids, were down to the right and in front, and she got awesome pictures of Jack, who was pretty big up on the stage, big, huge Jack Skellington puppet managed by 2 people, and the theming of it, I thought, was really good.
Yeah, I think Lisa and I sitting or standing back where we were trying to both capture some video on it, originally thought that the pumpkin on top of the castle was the thing that was talking. We had no clue that there was Jack Skellington. Like they were throwing Jack Skellington's voice through this little pumpkin whose mouth appeared to move a little bit to what Jack was saying. So, I mean, I'm just saying. So,
Saturday morning, John, I'm going through my wife's phone, and I'm like, "What is this?" She's like, "That was what was on the stage." How did you see that? I'm like,
Oh,
Apparently, we need to send Angela to do all the reporting for the Disney Nerds podcast from now on.
I didn't know. I mean, seriously, I did the same thing. I did a double take the next morning when I was watching, I think it was Panda's video of it, just comparing his technique with mine. And I noticed there was Jack Skellington. It's like, how did he get that? Anyway,
That's
he has
cool.
he has spies. But anyway, as far as
I've got him figured out, by the way.
oh boy.
I've seen him in action for Toy Story, the Toy Story 4 for the media thing. See,
He's
he makes friends with everyone.
oh, right.
And then when everyone lines up, he goes talk to his friend who's at the front of the line.
That's classic.
Oh, I've seen.
That's a maneuver.
Oh, dude, he got front row. He was almost sitting on Tim Allen's lap.
Oh, I love him.
I mean,
he's very creative.
Yeah, he's slick.
That is awesome. On the fireworks, though, I did want to say, so there was a lot of buzz going into this show on Diz Twitter and stuff, where people were kind of really negative about the fact that they thought it was going to be a mostly projection show. I did not find that to be the case at all. There was a heck of a lot of fireworks. Admittedly, you didn't have the 360 fireworks that you had in the past, but you still had them pretty wide left and right. And I thought it was good. Admittedly, if you liked Hallowishes, you're going to miss some of this stuff, and I did. I missed some of it, but I found I got engaged by the new story, and I thought I really enjoyed it, and I thought the show was pretty well done. I always get concerned about people who are watching it from other places other than the natural vantage point, looking straight on. Like, how would that look from the rooftop of the Contemporary, for example, or something like that? Or how's it going to look for, if you're back in Tomorrowland or something?
Liberty Square behind the castle, you're not going to get the same. You're not going to get the same thing. So
yeah, you're not. So how does it stand with that? But anyway, yeah.
Hey, Lana, how are you? Thanks for joining.
Mm-hmm.
I have it. Actually, Lisa did a live stream of it on the Disney Nerds podcast Facebook page that I have queued up. So once we're done tonight, maybe we'll play that before we sign off. We can all watch it together, so you guys can. I have it queued up. I was doing that earlier. Accidentally played it in everybody's ear.
That was the loud music.
That was loud music. I was trying to get it set up, and I should have got it set up before we went live, but I'm never that prepared.
Interesting.
Mary, I don't think that you'll be disappointed. Mary says she's going to give them a chance at the 2 Halloween parties she's going to. I don't think she's going to be disappointed. I think you're going to enjoy them. But one of the things I would challenge Mary, I'll challenge you. Find 2 different vantage points. Well, watch them from 2 different points in front of the castle. Maybe one on the left side, one on the right side, one further back, one close up, and see what the different vantage points bring. And come back and talk to us about it. Come back and tell us what it is that you liked about it.
I think, earlier, Lisa, you compared it to Happily Ever After, the fact that you get the projections and you kind of have to be in front of the stage. I think the one advantage of this over Happily Ever After is the Halloween party isn't nearly as crowded as the average night. So you're not jamming quite as many people in front of the castle. Was it that bad, really?
Oh, it was pretty rough.
Everybody
pretty crowded, my friend.
It was pretty
really
rough.
last year we did it. Oh well, you know what? It wasn't.
I'm eager to see what
it was the first one.
Second.
Yeah, it was the first one. So maybe that. Yeah, because
I'm going on Monday night.
I'm going there on the 2nd, which is Labor Day, but that's the same party I went to last year, and we got a great spot. It was fairly crowded, but it wasn't. We were right in the hub, right in the backside of the hub, so it wasn't bad.
You had the other experience for me, Jimmy, which was I took my wife down there after years of telling her how great the Halloween party and Christmas parties were and things like that, and took her in the front door. We went up. We made it into the park. I think we were there 30 minutes, and she said, "Get me out of here."
Yeah.
And I just said, you know what? I'm not going to ruin a vacation over this. I don't care if I paid $100 for each one of us to get in the door. And we walked out and we went over to the Contemporary, had a drink, and chilled out instead. It was that crowded. So I'm a little worried with this ticket. And I heard you guys discussing it. You know, the all you can eat, pretty much Halloween party ticket. It should be named that, by the way. And I'm worried a little bit about what that's going to do to attendance. And I guess we'll see whether that'll spike locally or whether they're selling that because they think the parties aren't going to sell as well as last year. So it could be either.
So,
And I would tell you that, you know, if that is an issue for your wife, then wait till next year and take her to the Villains After Hours party.
Yeah,
because those have a hard cap, and the selling point is that there's no crowds, and there were no crowds.
So
yeah, and that's it. I think I will do some of those kind of limited events as opposed to ones that are open.
Right.
You're saying, Lisa?
Yeah. No, we were so we were watching the fireworks, and then you know, you're old. You jumped ship. You were dying.
I'm old. I was. That was the beginning of the flu. Can I just say that? Like
Really?
literally, I went. No joke. I went back to the hotel that night. Oh my gosh, I was miserable. I went back to the hotel that night. I was running a fever. Then for the next, literally until yesterday, actually last night, I was still running a fever. So the fever broke yesterday. So yeah, no joke. So now you know it wasn't because I wanted to leave you. I was having a great time, but I was like, I'm done.
We went. So the stage show happened, which was good, and that didn't change from last year. And the parade, which they added floats for Buzz Lightyear and the aliens. They added floats for the Incredibles.
I saw the bride,
which is the best addition to the party, the best addition to the parade. Other than that, what they did was they made the parade a little bit longer. You lost Goofy's candy thing at the end, but you gained more than you lost.
Well, last year they didn't have Goofy's candy, right? They had.
I thought it was Goofy's candy.
No, they had Goofy's candy and Wreck-It Ralph and Penelope all at the end.
Oh, did they?
Yes. So you don't have Goofy, but it was longer than it usually is. Like it literally brought us right up until about 11:52.
I saw the video of the bride, and I was like, "That's pretty cool."
Bride was she was on a hoverboard, and
she
awesome.
just kind of floats around.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Floating around, so that was really cool.
Talking about Panda, because I was checking out his technique. He has video of that too, of the bride, and we probably do too. I didn't watch the whole parade. I'm sure you got it on there, but he had just like I saw he threw out a video, just a short clip of just the bride.
Very nice.
Right.
Very nice.
I thought so too, Mary. Mary says the Wreck-It Ralph prize. I don't think they had Goofy last year. I'll have to go check the archive footage.
That's a great thing about Disney Twitter and Disney Facebook and Disney everything. Man, if you are wrong, you are wrong. Like people are fanatical. They will let you know. It's funny doing this 22 years. People assume that I know everything.
You don't remember.
I know.
One of the things that they gave us access to cover, and I didn't cover it until 11:59 p.m.
Well, that's last minute.
Well, yeah. I was like, "There's no way I'm getting to this. There's no way this is going to be open." I was actually on the phone with Jimmy. I'm like, "There's no way this is going to be open. It's going to be horrible." But I'm killing for it to be open. Was the Cruella de Vil?
Oh, right.
Dinner party.
At Tony's, right?
At Tony's Town Square, they have a special Cruella de Vil dining experience, which is all you can eat, all you can drink. It's like a tapas. So they had little pizzas. They had mozzarella sticks. They had mushroom things. They had all the stuff. Then they had all these desserts. You got to meet Cruella. And then you got to sit at Tony's Town Square and eat and enjoy. You're in the AC. It's an in and out thing. They give you a wristband. You can walk in and out. I think it starts at, I don't know whether or not it starts at the party beginning for the price. Yes, it's $99.
Yeah.
No.
For bad pizza and a little bit of hors d'oeuvres.
I'm
I mean,
going
it's
to tell you, and I shouldn't it was great to be able to go there and put my feet up, but it's not worth the $99.
I'm not sure how I feel about any paid event during a paid event.
it's the next wave, Jimmy.
I know, but I like
It's the future, just like plastics.
You would be surprised how many people there were not media, which told you how many people bought that.
because they did that, and Christine saying it sold out quick.
Of course it did.
Same
Word will
thing
get
with
out.
the dessert parties during the Halloween party. I'm like, I can't justify that.
Plussing on top of
give
plussing.
you access to anything special.
Yeah.
Like if this gives you direct access. So Jack Skellington's moved. Jack and Sally are now in the theater. So if this also gave me access to, Jack and Sally front row, then maybe I'd spend $99 on that because he's such a hot commodity. Like when I tell you, I walked out of that. So I walked out of the Cruella de Vil thing at 12:45. There were still people there, and the theater was still full of people in line to see Jack and Sally.
But imagine you're a family of four. You just turned a $400 night into an $800 night for hors d'oeuvres.
I'd extend my trip by 3 days.
Yeah.
I know,
Hey,
right?
There are people that'll tell you that they'll look at the wine and the beer and the this and the that and like great. But
Yeah,
still,
ladies and
I
gents,
would
call
not
Jimmy
spend
instead and
$100
extend your
worth.
trip.
Yeah, just extend your
Right.
trip by 3 days for
It's-
$800.
No, it's just crazy. I went in there too, by the way, right before as I was making the dash to get out of the park and get back to my room because I thought I should actually see it. And Cruella looked great. Actually, some of the hors d'oeuvres in the center looked good. The pizza, oh my gosh, looked like original Disney pizza from 1974. It just was that kind of ooey, kind of gooey, flat sort of. Yeah,
It
it didn't look.
fantastic, I will tell you that much. And I had one of everything along that way, just taste it. One, I was starving to. I just wanted to get a good
Try it out. Why not? Yeah.
And even the desserts themselves, so small, very, very petite, not really worth it. I will tell you, if I had one of everything and I had a couple of desserts and I grabbed a few and brought them out to the kids and to Angela, it still wasn't worth it.
No, and I think the bottom line is for $99 that buys a lot of treats inside the party. I mean, I got a pumpkin spice milkshake thing or whatever, that was really good.
Yep.
Go buy some cupcakes and go find yourself a spot somewhere that's a little more quiet. And there still are places in the Magic Kingdom you can do that even during those parties where you can just sit down and kind of relax for a few minutes. You're better off doing that. I mean, I love these parties, but I can't justify an extra $100.
Not for a couple of desserts, and no, I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, we've been live for about an hour. So what I want to do, if I can pull this off without it being too glitchy, we can go ahead and watch the fireworks together. So let me share screen.
Lisa, did you get my Dunkin' on your way?
I did.
Thank
It's in
you.
my fridge.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'll be over in a bit. Look at this. We can watch together. This is some high-tech wizardry, Jimmy.
See how much of
10 minutes, David.
Oh, we got 10 minutes. Let me fast forward that a little bit.
Thanks for the countdown, Lisa. Otherwise, we might have been here for 10 minutes watching.
You're gonna hear your no privacy at all.
No privacy at all in this place.
You're gonna hear lots of John during the fireworks. 'Cause I was listening to you two chatter during the fireworks.
I know. I'm hard to shut up.
These not so spooky, They have the soda, pop, tonic. I don't care what you call
We're talking about pop and soda. That's funny. Forgot about that.
I have not even.
Bear with us, guys. I'm trying to find the right spot without.
Yes.
Kingdom will be reduced for your own safety.
Wonder if they're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Hmm.
Keep going.
It started late.
Found it.
All right, that's gonna be pretty close.
There we go.
It did start late. I remember that.
It did.
Enjoy the show, kids.
The story that you were about to read is one for both the young and the old. Unlike anything you've ever seen. Get ready, for this is Halloween! Happy Halloween! Good evening, dear friends. It's wonderful to have you here. For I, Jack Skellington, have a tale to tell. Yes, Halloween is a night filled with surprises. Playful tricks, frightful treats. What? Anything can happen on Halloween, as some friends found out on a night much like this one. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, Zero! Here, boy! Zero! Where is that boy? Ah, there you are, Zero. It's time now to take our friends on a Halloween adventure. One that we'll not soon forget. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Better get that treat that's good to eat if you want to keep life serene. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, treat. Each one will part with something sweet. Very sexy.
Oh, Mickey, I just love trick-or-treating. All the costumes.
And the candy. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. It's scary. Oh, maybe more not so scary, Donald. Let's go. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. Hey, look, a dog! It's a ghost dog!
His collar says 0.
I think Zero wants us to follow him into that house.
Oh my lord, if that's not you, then who is it?
No, they're just a bunch of funny bones.
That music! It's so familiar!
It's coming from behind that door. The ghost masquerade!
No, they were beautiful.
You said it.
This place isn't so spooky after all!
Now it's getting scary. And it's Hookie's turn to boogie. Carry on. Go home. Glorious.
It's time Ursula took this party into her own tentacles. We made it!
Thanks, Zero.
That was full on and swirl. The best Halloween ever. Come on, Kate. Let's go. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. What a perfect Halloween tale, filled with playful tricks and frightful treats, just as I promised. And Zero, you were very helpful indeed. You see, my friends, with a lot of adventure and a bit of fright, Halloween is the greatest of nights. Happy Halloween!
Dearest trick-or-treaters, we thank you for joining us for Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular. As you carry on with your evening, we hope you continue to experience the playful.
That was pretty cool.
How about we had John?
John back. There we go.
Yes. Sorry, I told you it refreshed itself for some reason. It was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I quite. Could you you look at a different screen than I do because I'm in the broadcast studio. You could watch the whole thing though?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Looked great.
You cannot see the comments, right? Unless I put them up on the screen. Is that what the deal is?
That would be correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
One of the limitations of this program.
Yeah, I think in the other one that we use on our side, which I won't name, you actually can see the comment stream normally if you see that. But anyway,
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
it's
Oh,
cool,
good.
man. I appreciate you joining us at least for a little bit. I know you had a rough day.
Yeah, it definitely. But I'm glad I did get to come on for a little while. I'm sure it was plenty for you.
Oh, yeah, I've had way enough of you.
I've got my fill of John now for another few years.
No, we're gonna have to have you back on and talk more about Intercot. And
would love to do that. And as I mentioned to Jimmy, we have to do a home and home. So Jimmy has committed to doing our video and / audio podcast as well. So if you like Disney stuff, I'll promote. So yeah, check out our podcast as well. I know we're not Jimmy and Lisa, but you know,
Yeah,
we've been doing it for a while too.
That's
so.
not hard to top. Jimmy and Lisa's not hard to top, but
No, but you know, I mean, in all honesty, right? I mean, finding good quality podcasts that have good rapport and a good crew sometimes are a little bit hard. So I think that's what makes it great, knowing you guys, and also you know, that's what's made it good for us all these years. We've had a really good crew doing it, so people will enjoy it.
I think by and large, most people in the Disney community want to connect, and I know there's some that look at it like a competition.
Mm-hmm.
We don't look at it that way. You know, we want to be, you know, friendly with everyone. We've had Panda on our show. We've had Lou Mangello on our show. We're really good friends with Danny and Chris over Behind the Ears. We're good friends with Rudy, Crazy for Disney's, and you know, you guys as well. So I mean, I think anything. Look, fans and listeners can watch more than one podcast. So
I certainly do.
Yeah.
I
do.
No, I know everybody on our podcast watches and follows other sites as well.
Sure.
I will tell you though, in 1997, back in the day, it wasn't always that way. People were very protective about what they were doing, their content, and as far as allowing other people to cross pollinate. So I'm glad it's gone this way.
Social media, I think, has killed that.
Well, social media has killed a lot of stuff. We could have a really long discussion about that, but including our site to a certain degree. I mean, you know,
like there's no content that's sacred now.
No, it really isn't.
There's nothing that you know that I don't know. It's like you don't have some secret thing. Like once it comes out, it's out.
Oh, I do know a few things you don't know, but
you probably do.
But I can't share them with you or anybody else right now. So
this is heading down a very weird path. Hey,
thanks for the bailout,
Lisa. I don't know why
where can they find us?
I'm going to share it.
Yeah,
where can they
find you?
Easy. Just put an @ symbol in front of Intercot for the social media stuff. I mean, at Intercot on Twitter, at Intercot on Instagram. I think on Facebook, facebook.com/Intercot. And of course, the granddaddy of them all started in 1997, Intercot.com. Think of us as the internet community of tomorrow, like Epcot, only internet. So Intercot.com.
I was going to ask you where the name actually came from, and that because I did not know. So
that's it.
Now I know.
No, the whole idea was just to form a community of people. I mean, we were one of the original discussion boards on the on quite frankly, one of the early discussion boards on the internet.
Yeah.
Even back then. At our height, Jimmy, we were doing 2 million page views a month.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I could really go. Oh, at some point we'll go into the history of it, but it's pretty crazy the way things went back in the day. But yeah, no, there's still a great crew of people. But we do hand approve all registrations to the website. So like if it takes a day, just be patient. If you sign up for the discussion boards, I actually go through all of them to avoid spammers and things like that.
And
yeah,
and you get a lot of idiots too. So I know your page, kind of like our group Disney Nerds on Facebook, is moderated very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, self-policing. Yep, you got it.
So that's good. So that's what happens when you have a strong community around you.
Absolutely,
it helps. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for joining. I put in the comments earlier. We have one more Tuesday night live stream before I'm down in Walt Disney World, and me and Lisa will be doing one on location from somewhere in Disney. Maybe Splitsville again.
No, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. So
Jimmy, just a question before you sign off: who's going to the grand opening of Galaxy's Edge for you guys?
Charlotte.
Okay. All right. Well, tell Charlotte to look for me.
Yeah, I will. You've met Charlotte. covered some stuff for us in the past, but she's
Okay.
in Georgia. She's making the drive down. Sam was going to go, but he's in California for D23.
Rough life.
They the way they scheduled that right
They
around.
didn't map this out right
They
at all.
didn't map that out. Like,
Right?
like why would you put that right against D23? So
That's kind of weird. But tell Charlotte if she's looking for a friend.
I will
Fine,
tell
man.
her to. I will tell her to find you. I'm sure she'll. It makes it to me. It makes it so much easier. I mean, when Lisa went down for her first, I'm like, look, find John. He's really cool. It'll give you somebody to kind of hang out with, so you're not just standing there because it's a little odd if you don't know. You know,
It is not only that, but like Lisa found out. I mean, she was great on the camera, and I put her to work, like taping me during my John Try segment. I mean, she did a wonderful job too. It was great.
And you and Sam did that for one too. You'll kind of
Yes,
flip forth and help
we
each
did.
other out.
We did
So
it
it's
well.
like having an extra set of hands. Hey, you film me, I'll
Absolutely.
film you, and it's right. It's a great partnership. So
Symbiotic.
thank you guys so much. Kwaharini.
So long, everybody.
Good night.
Bye now.